Why do intelligent people sometimes make terrible decisions? Why do some people remain calm during a crisis while others panic? Why do identical twins, raised in the same family, grow up to become completely different individuals? Why do we remember embarrassing moments from years ago, but forget where we kept our keys this morning? And perhaps the biggest mystery of all, why do we often know what the right thing is, yet end up doing exactly the opposite? Every day, we make thousands of decisions, experience countless emotions, and interact with hundreds of people, yet the most complex thing we'll ever encounter isn't a computer, a machine, or even the universe, it's the human mind. Understanding how the human mind works has fascinated philosophers, scientists, doctors, teachers, and leaders for thousands of years. Today, that quest has become one of the most important scientific disciplines in the world. It's called psychology. Welcome to 5-Minute Learnings. I'm Girish Krishnani, and in this video, we'll understand what psychology really is, what psychologists study, and why this subject can completely change the way you understand yourself and the people around you. In simple terms, psychology is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Behavior includes everything that can be observed: talking, learning, helping, arguing, laughing, crying, or even remaining silent. Mental processes are the internal activities of the mind that cannot be observed directly. They include thinking, learning, remembering, imagining, perceiving, making decisions, solving problems, and experiencing emotions. To understand these processes, psychologists rely on the scientific method. They observe behavior, conduct carefully designed experiments, collect and analyze evidence, and test their findings before accepting any conclusions. This scientific approach is what separates psychology from myths, assumptions, personal opinions, and popular beliefs. Psychology is an incredibly broad subject because it is connected to almost everything we do. Every thought, emotion, decision, relationship, achievement, and challenge has a psychological dimension. But psychology isn't just about understanding the mind, it's about understanding people. How do children learn language so effortlessly? How are memories formed? Why do people develop different personalities, fall in love, experience stress, anxiety, or depression? And most importantly, how can understanding these behaviors help us improve our lives? Because these questions are so diverse, psychology has evolved into many specialized branches. Cognitive psychology explores how we think, learn, remember, perceive, and make decisions. Developmental psychology examines how people grow and change throughout life. Social psychology studies how other people influence our thoughts and behavior. Biological psychology explores how the brain, nervous system, and hormones shape behavior. Clinical psychology focuses on understanding, preventing, and treating mental disorders. No single branch can fully explain human behavior. Each provides a unique perspective, and together they help us build a more complete understanding of the human mind. The answers to these questions affect almost every part of our lives. Teachers use psychology to make learning more effective. Doctors and therapists use it to improve mental health. Businesses use it to build better leaders and motivate employees. Sports psychologists help athletes perform under pressure. Police investigators use psychological principles to understand criminal behavior. Marketers study psychology to understand consumer decisions. Even artificial intelligence is increasingly inspired by our understanding of how humans think, learn, and make decisions. However, there are many misconceptions about psychology. Psychology is not mind reading, it is not fortune telling. And psychologists cannot tell what someone is thinking simply by looking at them. Instead, they study patterns of behavior using scientific evidence to understand why people generally think, feel, and behave the way they do. One thing you'll discover throughout this course is that human behavior rarely has a single cause. Our actions are shaped by our brain, our thoughts, our emotions, our personality, our experiences, our family, our culture, and the environment around us. Understanding human behavior means understanding how all these factors work together. And that's exactly what psychology attempts to do. In the videos ahead, we'll explore the remarkable world of psychology, from memory and learning to emotions, personality, intelligence, mental health, and the many branches of psychology that help us understand ourselves and others. But before we can understand where psychology is today, we first need to understand where it came from. In the next video, we'll discover how psychology evolved from philosophical thinking into one of the world's most respected scientific disciplines. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and follow or subscribe to 5-Minute Learnings, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. And remember, what you learn in 5 minutes can change the way you see the world. Thanks for watching.